So for the past couple of years, I have chosen one word just to like set the tone for the new year. And in 2023, my word was alignment. So I was in a place where I basically felt like I was just being taken by the wind. Just, I don't know if you've ever heard the term like if you don't make a decision, you're going to be voluntold. I feel like that's just how life is. Like if you don't make a decision, or if you don't make the decision to not make a decision, life will tell you. Life will tell you what you gotta do, where you gotta be, what you will be doing, what you'll be doing 10 years from now. And only you can be the person to say, okay, listen, no, I want my life to go this way. I want to go this way. I don't want to do this anymore. Or I don't want to be with you anymore. Whatever it is, like, I wanted to be in a position where I was the boss. Like I was the boss of my future, who I wanted to be, what I wanted to do, and who I want around me, essentially. And there was a lot of things that I did last year to get me to a place of now, and the new year 2024, where I feel like I have control. I have control over all of those things and who I want to be. So I just want to share a few of the things that I did last year to get me to this place where I feel like I am more in control of my life. I feel like I'm moving towards alignment every single day. And yeah. So I do have a couple of notes in front of me. We're gonna sip some chai tea and get through it. So yeah, the first thing I did was try to get to know me. Like I was in a place at the beginning of 2023 where I knew I wanted to get to a place where I had the reins on my life. But in order to have the reins, you have to understand who you are. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I liked. I didn't know what brings me joy. I didn't know what puts me in the energy of play. I didn't know just what brings me happiness. Of course I knew, I'm a creative. I like art. I'm a painter. I'm just a general creative. So I knew that, I had that basis. Okay, I am a creative. I know I like art. That puts me in the energy of play. But just on a granular level, on a daily basis, I'm not able to paint every day. I'm not able to do, XYZ every day. What makes me happy? What actually gets me out of bed and doesn't get on my nerves? So I started making lists. And just thinking about, okay, these are the small things that make me happy. I love sushi. I love eating sushi. I love going out and trying new fancy sushi. I like, fancy cocktails. I like going out for walks. I love going to the park. I love being near water. I love animals. Once you make it a practice of writing things down, you'll start to get a clearer picture of who you are. And a lot of the time I got to a place where I could write this list down. is through like just walks. Like I would just walk through the park, go see some flowers, like be in nature. You know, I'm in the city, so it's like sometimes you just need a minute. Sometimes you just need a minute, okay? And a minute to focus on yourself. That's what I mean. A minute to focus on yourself and just clear your thoughts. So yeah, writing lists down for what I actually like helps me move towards alignment. I would say number 2 would be, and this is a big one, boundaries. Okay, your biggest superpower is saying no. Saying no. Like what I was saying before, like if you don't make a decision in life, a decision will be made for you. The only way to have a decision not be made for you is to say no. That's the only way. So you have to come to a point where you're confident in your path and you're confident in what you want to do to say no to opportunities that come to you. So, and this can be applied to anything. This could be applied to a relationship. Let's say your ex is coming back to you and you know in your head that you don't want to be with this person. You're envisioning life with them 10 years from now or 5 years from now, and you're like, yeah, no. But you're lonely in the moment and you're like, maybe I should talk to them. Your superpower is saying no. Or let's say, you're looking for a job. And I know that this is like coming from a place of privilege, so bear with me. But let's say you're looking for a job and you get a notification on LinkedIn. Somebody is offering you an interview to work for, XYZ company. But you already told yourself you hate doing whatever job that they're offering. You've already told yourself this, but you need a job. Your superpower is saying no. So every time that you say no, a million other doors open up. And I'll say that again. Every time that you say no, a million other doors open up. I have learned this lesson in 2023. Like, that is a huge lesson for me. Saying no is, yeah, that's where it's at. Anyway, so another huge thing, and this is, maybe not so concrete, but it was really important in like my evolution and my growth this past year, was just looking at symbols. And this means like just looking in your daily life, the universe, spirits, your ancestors, whatever you want to call it, they are constantly your higher self. They're constantly sending you messages. They're sending you messages and guidance to keep you on your path. And your path is alignment. So that's moving towards everything positive, everything that would make you happy, moving towards a life of abundance, moving towards, a life where you wake up excited on a Monday morning. Like, the universe, God, whatever it is, like, they want that for you. Like, the universe does not want you to be miserable. And I learned that I learned that lesson, and it's a huge lesson. So anyway, looking for messages in the symbols that you see on a daily basis. For example, just last week, just before I was about to have this huge meeting, a meeting that was stressing me the hell out, let's be real. I was stressed the hell out. I was running around the house trying to get ready, and I was just a frantic mess. Just before, like literally 5-10 minutes before I had to get on camera, it was a Zoom meeting. Just before I was about to get on camera, I am in my room and I see a giant spider on the wall. Maybe, you know, maybe Tahira in 2021 would be like, okay, it's a spider, kill it, or, you know, capture it, get it out, and not think about it. But this is a symbol. This is a sign. This is a symbol. I am deathly afraid of spiders. I do not like spiders. No, I don't like spiders. I don't do spiders. So it was just a big, bold symbol that was placed there for, I don't know, God knows who. I mean, God knows. It was for me. Anyway. I believe that it was some kind of symbol. I'm still trying to unpack what that symbol means. You know, what does a spider symbolize? What does a spider symbolize to me in my life? All of these things. But the point is, symbols are everywhere. They're everywhere. Like, you know, if you see, you know, 1111 on your phone all the time, if you see 222 on your phone all the time, if you're seeing, for years I was seeing playing cards on the floor. There's, in my life, there's a huge symbol of numerology. So I've always been kind of into numerology, and I can dive into that in another video. But just keep your eyes, while you're on this path towards alignment, it is super important, you know, I think, to just keep your eyes open to the universe trying to tell you things and direct you where you need to go. Once you open your eyes, you'll see that these signs are literally everywhere. And once you start to look them up and make it a habit, it'll just be a part of your daily, you know, it'll just be a part of your daily life. Just like if you see something, you Google it real quick or whatever, ChatGPT, and yeah, you can write it down in your journal, and you can see, let's say, you know, in a month, you can look back, excuse me, this is chai tea, by the way. My battery died. Yeah, so the point, I was talking about symbols. So the point is to not only take note of what the symbol actually is, but also what are you doing right when you see that symbol. What are you doing when you see said symbol, and what do you continue to do, or what do you stop doing once you recognize that symbol? So again, the symbols can be numbers, like, you know, like I said, if you see like 1111 on your phone or whatever, 222, 333, 444. If you're hearing birds, like if you're hearing crows, if you're seeing spiders, if you Like there's so many symbols, and if you're recognizing it as a symbol, then it is a symbol. You just have to trust your intuition with that, and you can just look it up. That's simple. Another thing that I did in 2023 was to not be afraid to pivot on ideas. So, you know, a lot of the time, I'll bring it back. So, I went to art school, right? So I had a teacher. I was young. I was maybe middle school. I had a teacher that made us spend, I think, like 3 hours or something on this line drawing. It was like of a figure. You know, he made us do it super detailed, you know, get all the details in, 3 hours of work. That's a lot of work. So the drawing was mostly done. And at the end of this 3 hours, he was like, okay, erase it. Erase it. And that is one of the biggest lessons that I have learned probably in my entire life. That lesson has stuck with me. And the lesson is not to be precious. Like once you, let's say that you have made a decision, okay? You've made a decision, you want to move forward with a business, let's say. I can actually speak to my own business, actually. I had a textile design business called Tahira. It was just my name. And I was bored. Like I was bored posting about it. Of course, the process of creating the designs and making the fabric and choosing the fabric and the entire process of it was very fun for me. But when it was time to, talk about my fabric or post my fabric online or get into like the interior design community, I didn't want to do any of that. I didn't want to do any of that. And I was like, I spent years developing these fabrics, these patterns, money was spent, the whole nine, girl. Like it was the whole nine. Like, and there was a time in the beginning of 2023 when I realized, like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm bored. I don't even want to post this shit. I wasn't getting any engagement on any of it. There was clearly no passion behind selling this fabric anymore. There wasn't anymore. Maybe there was, but there no longer was. So, I just made the big decision to, not my light dying. Hold on. Back. Okay. The point that I'm making is, do not be afraid to change your mind. Changing your mind is just as strong as saying no, essentially. I had my business that I had worked very, very hard on building and planning out and marketing, but it was no longer in alignment with my future. It wasn't. So I decided to shut it down and start anew. So I've been working on something new, and it is top secret at the moment, but you will see in 2024. Where was I? Mood boards. So yeah, I had my friends over. Yeah, they came to my house. So I had my friends over. We had the poster boards, we had some magazines. I printed some stuff out from my own printer for images that I couldn't find, that I wanted to put in my mood board. For months, I had this mood board behind my desk. So it's this big poster board, excuse me, and I spent all this time and effort to post all of these things and get it together and making it the goal vibe of 2023, and I hit it. I don't know if it was subconsciously or what, but that's what I did. And it wasn't until like probably about halfway towards the year, or midway through the year, where I was like, wait, why am I hiding this? Like, why am I hiding this? So I moved it to literally right across from my bed. Every single morning when I wake up, this big ass poster board is showing me my goals. Every single morning, baby. Every single morning. And when I tell you that has been helpful, like even subconsciously, if you wake up and you look at this every single morning, you're bringing yourself more towards alignment. If you see on a daily basis the things that you say that you wanted, and the experiences that you say that you wanted, you will hopefully take daily small steps, to get towards that space. But yeah, anyway, happy 2024. I'm gonna just like end this here. Hopefully you got something out of this video. I hope you comment, like, subscribe. Definitely subscribe because we're a new channel. And there's plenty more to come in 2024, and I'm so excited to just like get to know you guys and build a community. Yeah, thanks for being here.